Just as I was rearranging the camera, I was thinking to myself, am I becoming a real deck snob? And then I thought, becoming? Have I always been a bit of a deck snob? Hey my ducks, it's Simon here. Welcome back to the Hermit's Cave. How's everybody's week? Start of the week. Hope we're all doing okay. I've come on because I'm very excited about this deck that I purchased. Purchased it a while ago, but it had to be shipped overseas. Bit of a story behind it. So you can see from the title, I'm talking about the Golden Tarot by Cat Black, which has been around for a long time. I've had it about 7 years, I think. Could have even been 8 years, but certainly a long time. And then back end of last year, I saw Esther over at Mindful Tarot talk about a new version that is on a matte linen cardstock. And you might think, well, you know, why do you need two versions? And it's not that I need two versions. It is just that the only thing that ever really put me off this deck was the thick, glossy cardstock. I just couldn't connect with it. So I'm hoping, because I love the images so much in this deck, I'm hoping that this one, you know, will help with that and I'll be able to use it a lot more. I love medieval art decks. I really love them. One of my favorites is the the Peacock and Serpent and Peacock. Oh my gosh. Serpent and the Peacock is what it's called. I've also traded for the Medieval Europe Tarot, which I've always liked the look of that. And I'd got an Il Meneghello deck that somebody in the community wanted and I've been trying to get that's out of print. And I said, look, here's my wish list. And they said, well, I do have Medieval Europe. So, yeah, but Cat Black's Golden Tarot is kind of a beloved deck within the community. I know there was another deck that she did a couple of years back. The name's escaped me now. But I didn't get that because I think I've got everything I need with the Golden Tarot. Anyway, this I ordered through Oneness Emporium and good old Cheryl, because I didn't want to order from anywhere else, because how do we know that anywhere else that we order from has got rid of their older stock? And I didn't want to invest again, buy another deck and it to come and be exactly the same. We went through that as a community a few years ago with the dirty pans, how they changed by Lo Scarabeo and people didn't know what they was going to get. I was disappointed when they got different versions. And so I asked Cheryl if she was planning on stocking it, and she confirmed that the linen version was not available anywhere in the UK, but she managed to get some sent over. So I purchased a copy of this, but just look at how this is presented. Look, we've got a fridge magnet, we've got a crystal tumbled stone. So lovely. We always get these little envelopes with some cards in from various decks. As you can see here, oh, that's from Hecatean. And I still have to do a walkthrough of this deck. It is here at the side of me on my list, so I don't forget, because that was the one that we looked at a week last Saturday in the Spotlight Live. I like that looks nice. And then we've got the thank you for purchasing card, which always follows a theme of the Sabbath, so that's lovely. Really like the packaging as well. These are dissolvable in water, and I tried them out the other day. I just put them in a bowl and they completely disintegrated, so that's really good as well. By all accounts, you don't know from the cover What you're actually going to get, I mean, that's not a different back, it's a piece of paper that's put in here. So because the symbols change, that's a good indicator to know. That is good to know, because I was thinking there's not anything really that would let you know that you're getting a different version. But the US Games little fool icon is in the older version. Oops, opening the scissors. In the older version, it's in this white square with a silhouette, and here it's not. So let me open this up. And I think a lot of publishers now are reissuing their decks in matte cardstock. I certainly know Blue Angel's done that with a lot of their decks, like Sacred Rebels, Whispers of Lord Ganesha. I've repurchased them. So yeah, this is just a card here. Full gilt edges on the cards. Yeah, and then we have the same back. So everything is the same, with the exception of the logo. But that's good that there's something to decipher. But the publishing numbers and ISBNs and everything else is the same. So, all right, let's dive in. There's those sirens again. The book I don't think has changed. It's a chunky book. This one is 199 pages. And this one, I think it's exactly the same. Yeah, 199 pages. So it doesn't look to be that there's any changes with the book. I wonder if, yeah, copyright's 2003. There isn't even one to say this edition or anything like that, you know, 2023. So this is 21 years old now, but as I said, it's a much loved deck. So in terms of the books, there's not going to be any difference. This isn't a full, you know, here's a new deck, because it's not new. Ooh, there's a lot of card difference. Is there, or is it just the way I am on the cloth? Yeah, there's certainly, it's not as thick, but that might be because of the lamination, the glossy lamination that's on these cards. Let's pop that there for a second. Is the gilt edges the same? Is it that same sort of metallic? It is. Oh, I feel amazing. Yes. These, they feel more springy as well. They are thinner. It is the same gold, as you can see. Same backs. But the difference is there the second card. Yeah, we've got the second card. The difference being, if I push them side by side and move them across, that's where they stop. So there's a difference in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. So it's not huge. And again, it is because it's on this beautiful soft linen. Let me bring it up so you can see the linen there. It's really, really nice. Very springy. Lovely US Games cardstock. So you can see under the light, it kind of gives you just like a, whereas here, you can see the center of the ring. It's very reflective. I mean, some people might not even be that bothered, really. I'm just going to bring the camera down. Just as I was rearranging the camera, I was thinking to myself, am I becoming a real deck snob? And then I thought, becoming? Have I always been a bit of a deck snob? And I don't think I am. I think, you know, for me, tarot is a real tactile experience. I don't know how anybody else feels about that, but spit your words out. Holding a deck in my hands and shuffling the deck, and if the cards feel really nice, then, you know, it's all part of the experience, isn't it? So it's not that I think, oh, you know, there's a better version. I know that I've not reached for this perhaps as much as some of my other medieval style art decks because of the cardstock, I think, because it feels quite, yeah. But anyway, this one is, as I said, really nice. You can see it's very soft, probably the same sort of softness as Pagan Otherworlds in terms of, because sometimes you can get a linen finish which is quite coarse, almost like you feel you could strike a match against it or something, but this isn't. This is a soft, buttery, beautiful feeling. I just wanted to have a quick look, see if there's any difference in the colour variation. I don't think there is. I'm going to try and make sure the light is not shining down too much because it will cast a shadow. But in terms of the cards side by side, I really don't think there's anything really that stands out. I love this artwork. Somebody mentioned in a chat about the religious kind of element to the deck, and I think I must have commented previously saying how you know, overtly religious images could have been quite triggering. I can honestly say I think I'm so far removed from the church and my past that actually I don't have the same I was going to say repulsion, but I think that's too strong a word. But when I see a certain imagery now, I don't get that same anxiety within the tummy that I used to get. So there is a little bit. I mean, the skin seems a little, this is just the light, maybe just the light and the shadow. But yeah, I mean, this deck, gorgeous artwork, really, really lovely. I love it. So pleased to have this version. From what I understood as well from watching Esther's video, when this was first released back in 2003, it was on a matte cardstock. It wasn't the linen cardstock. I think it was a little bit more cardboardy, but it was matte anyway. And then this one, I think there was a spate where every deck was being done in gloss, and it changed to gloss. So having this version again. But what I would say is do check Oneness Emporium. I believe if you order direct from US Games, if you're in the States, then you will get the new version. But in the UK, the only way that I'm aware of to get this version is through Oneness Emporium, because she's bought direct from them. So do go to the description if this is something that you want to get, and don't forget to use Hermits 10 to get 10% off. So oh, look at that. This reminds me, because I've not used it for quite a few years, probably I'd say 5 or 6 years. Yeah, there's certainly a lighter skin tone on the new version. But you know, when you've had a deck that you've really enjoyed working with, you can see the difference in the moon face as well there. when you've had a deck that you really enjoy working with and you've not used it for a while, and then you pull out the deck again and you see the images, it reminds me of finding an old children's book that you had when you was a child. We had some in the 70s in the UK, Ladybird books, and you can still get various versions. There was another, they was all redone in the 90s and they were dreadful. But the 60s, 1960s and 1970s Ladybird books. Oh, I've got the, let me find the cups. Yeah, I've found some on eBay and bought them, and opening those pages and seeing those images after 40 plus years, it's a similar sort of experience, isn't it? You see the image and it just transports you back, and going through a deck that you've not looked at for a while and you forget just how beautiful it is. That's the kind of experience. I mean, look at this. I'm not going to show every deck that I've done a walkthrough of this. I'm not going to show every card, I should say. I've done a walkthrough of the deck previously. I just wanted to give you the update that there is a linen matte version available, and I wanted just to have a look just to see if there were any differences and what to look out for. This is really reflective. Do you see? I can see my phone because it's so glossy, where if I hold that there, you can't. It just feels softer. This as well, because it's glossy and the metallic gilding, it's quite hard in the hand, whereas this is lovely and soft. I love it. Oh, I had to put these in order as well before coming on. So I'll stop at the end of the cups. It's just a quick video today just to show you these. Wonderful. All right, thank you for watching, everybody. I'm thrilled to have this deck. I'm gonna leave this out and work with this over the next couple of days again, but it was certainly a nice feeling. Oh, love it. So, Cat Black's Golden Tarot is available. It's had a new lease of life, and you can get it from US Games if you're in the US. I wouldn't necessarily rely on Amazon. They might still have old stock, or buy from Oneness Emporium, and information in the description. Thanks for watching, everybody, and until next time, go in peace. Namaste and blessed be.